Hi, my name is Jason Love. I'm also known as Mr. Hemp. I co-authored the hemp legislation in Colorado in 2012 and 13. And I'm talking to you today because I want to talk about definitions. Currently, because of the United States Farm Bill in 2018, hemp is defined as less than 0.3% THC in the plant. I disagree with that definition. I think it's manipulation. And the reason is what I'll show you in this graph. I've actually put two definitions into this graph. One is the 0.3% THC limitation. The other is the National Laboratory definition. If we go by just the 0.3% definition, that would fall into the yellow area. And what that's doing is excluding a lot of the natural cultivars or varieties of hemp that are already in use around the world. And so then I'll call it the natural tendency, the average or mean, roughly is in this area. There are some that actually fall in this yellow bubble as well. But if you look at the National Laboratory definition, it basically says that if you have more THC than CBD, it would fall in this region, medicinal cannabis. And if you have more CBD, it would fall into the blue region, okay? The dotted line between the green and blue areas would represent 50-50. So half CBD, half THC. To me, this is scientific because it's acknowledging that when you have more THC, you'll get a psychoactive effect. At least some people will. Whereas if you have more CBD, you won't. Now, some people can argue with that, but the basic research shows this definition. Of course, we're all individuals, so there is going to be variance. The problem with this 0.3% THC number is that it's arbitrary. The scientist that came up with this number, the 0.3% THC, Dr. Ernest Small, his intent with that number was to define different parts of the plant, not to define the differentiation between hemp and medicinal cannabis. And so we are using nonsense today. The 2018 Farm Bill's definition of hemp is nonsense and fraud. The reason I believe that that was put into the Farm Bill is to control, to manipulate. It could have been from the pharmaceutical industries, it could have been from the associations that represent hemp and cannabis today, which I don't trust. I don't have any faith in those associations for many reasons. And if you look at my history, you can find out why. So I believe we've been deceived and we really need to work towards freedom and recognize that our Constitution of the United States is meant to limit government, not us as people.